What is going on, people of the internet? Welcome to No Rest Gaming. I'm your host, Wicked, and today I want to create a video response to X Factor's video, Battlefield 4 Rush, Help Dice Fix It Now, CTE Initiative, which I will link down in the description below. So please enjoy this nice little footage here of me trying to unlock my goal for my second main, while I go over what I think needs to be fixed with it. Now, I'll admit I am not a hardcore Battlefielder. I was only slightly aware of Battlefield back in the day, and I never really got into it until Battlefield Bad Company 2 for the PlayStation 3. But ever since I got into Bad Company 2, no other shooter out there was good enough for me, not even Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. And honestly, my favorite game mode is Rush. It always has been, and always will be. But when I play Rush on Battlefield 4, it always seems one-sided, and either the defenders hold the first point with no trouble whatsoever, or they just get run over, and it gets kind of boring. So here are some things that I think need to happen for Battlefield 4 Rush to be fixed, maybe tweaked a little bit. Number one, I think there needs to be more tickets. In Battlefield 4, just like other titles, the attackers basically get 75 tickets. Now, this was cool when it was Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 for the PlayStation 3, because it was basically 12v12. It kind of lasted a little long. But when Battlefield 4 comes around on PlayStation 4 and all these other consoles, it's 16 vs 16, they go a little quick. So I think bumping up to, say, 100 tickets would probably give the attackers that extra second push they might need to maybe break through the defenses. Just one last try, basically. The second thing that needs to be changed or tweaked is that there needs to be no commanders. In all honesty, commander mode, to me, just feels like a novelty, an overpowered, annoying novelty. Right now, if there's a commander, they can just constantly spam the UAVs and counter UAVs, and the radius of the UAVs can cover the entire section of the map, making it impossible to sneak around on those hidden flanks. I can only hope that DICE turns the commander mode off for the official ranked Rush servers. Moving on, the third thing that I would say that needs to be tweaked and fixed are the boundaries of some of the maps. They need to be expanded. One boundary in particular that bugs me is the road transmission boundaries. There's sections at all the MCOM sets that just make me shake my head and question, why is that out of bounds? Mainly on the sides of the map, like on the first set of MCOMs on the far left, there's just this random hunk of out of bounds that is just there to make sure you can't see what you're doing for 2 seconds as you whiz right by it. After that, I think there's on the second set of MCOMs, there's a similar spot on the far right. And it's really annoying. It's like, why can't I just go over there? It's literally like around this rock. Just let me go around this rock or something. In all honesty, the boundaries on almost every map just need to be readjusted. The fourth and final thing that I think needs to be adjusted or tweaked is the MCOM placements and their destructibility. One of the things I missed most about Rush and Bad Company 2 was the fact that you could blow up the MCOMs with explosives. I mean, I'll admit when Bad Company 2 first came out, the MCOMs had pretty much little to no health. I think it only took 12 sticks of C4 to completely destroy it. But that was fun. I remember getting on my quad with like, this is my last chance, I gotta try to get it in there and throw some C4 on it as much as I could and just run the quad into the MCOM, maybe getting the explosion that I needed. But that also added the fun of defending it. You had to be on the lookout for those suicide quads or those random tank snipers out there trying to blow up the buildings or something. It was just one of those things that I think needs to come back. I mean, it sucks that I don't mind if they double the health, honestly. I know a lot of people complain. It's like, oh, they're doing just C4 and they're not arming it. Well, double the health of the MCOMs, like it was back in Bad Company 2. I think it took, instead of 12, it took 24 sticks of C4. And also the placements, they need to be readjusted. In Bad Company 2, the placements were pretty top-notch. There was rarely an MCOM that could be easily defended by just one or two people. As of right now, I can think of 2 off the top of my head that need to be moved right away. And it's the first and last Bravo MCOMs on Zeva 311. These are the 2 most difficult MCOMs to take out, as they only really need a good 4 to 6 people watching them. There's only a couple ways into these areas. Now that I even think about it, even the second set of MCOMs needs to be moved, as they're in rubble buildings that make it difficult to get into even when you're not getting shot at. Almost all the MCOMs need to be moved there, so it's more than just one way to get into them. You don't have to run down a long tunnel just to arm or disarm them. Finally, placing MCOMs in buildings that could be destroyed thus destroying the MCOMs would be a nice change, mixing it up so defenders would not only have to defend the MCOM from being armed, but also defend the buildings to make sure it doesn't get blown up. Maybe having one of the bigger buildings that take a little while to bring down, just to balance it out a little more, instead of just having like 6 C4 here, make it so it takes double the C4 to bring down the building. Well, those are the few things that I think need to be tweaked to help fix Rush. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Would these changes I suggest make the game more fun for you? Would it make you want to play some Rush some more? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, or just share this video with your friends. If you haven't already, please don't forget to click that subscribe button, and don't forget to get some rest out there. I know I won't.